Fantastic. Okay. The whole Delhi is waiting for New Year. And in fact, many have started celebrating from the Friday end itself. So, unka weekend, and in fact, it's a very good coincidence. It has come in the weekend. Okay. Dear officers, a very, very good evening to one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure to address you all, the future IAS officers, IPS, IFS, and at this juncture, just a day before New Year. In fact, I am very honored and privileged to take the class. Today we'll have a orientation class with respect to ethics. So if you have got any doubt, anything like that, please jot down. At the end of the class, I'll take all those things. So let's get started. So here, I'll just explain to begin with as to what I'll be doing, what I'll be discussing, मैं क्या पढ़ाता हूँ. The most important thing, after I got top marks in 2015, I was just wondering, like, how did I get this top marks? Because I got that in my extra attempt. Like 2011 में syllabus change हुआ, उसके like we had a big strike. After that, somehow we were given attempt. In that, I got highest marks with very little preparation. So that made me to take public like ethics in a very big way. So I went through all the sources. Then I found that UPSC is picking some questions directly from sources. Not only that, in fact, the syllabus of yours revolves around second ARC. To be specific, fourth report, ethics in governance. So all my sessions will be based on only UPSC source. So इसलिए like I don't recommend any book which is there in the market because they are not based on this UPSC sources. So I'll be taking only UPSC sources. That is the one thing which I want to make clear. It will be based on UPSC sources. Then you may ask me, like, what are the UPSC sources? Dear students, second ARC, first report, 4th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. In that particularly, 4th and 10th are directly related to civil service. 4th is with respect to ethics in governance. The very title itself indicates those things. Not only that, the chapter number 3, like in chapter number 3, aptitude and foundational values is directly been taken from the 10th report. So in this regard, I just would like to show you the reports also. This is our first report where we'll be discussing with respect to right to information. Right to information, transparency, and to some extent accountability I have taken from this. After that, ethics in governance, most of the parts are covered. Then we'll be taking some things with respect to social capital also. All the problems what we face are in a beautiful way explained in this report. Then next is with respect to personal administration. This is the one report which is next most important after the fourth report. In fact, this is the report in which they have directly taken chapter number 3, foundational values, as it is. Integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to civil service, empathy, compassion, all these things are directly from this report. In fact, these are the recommendations of second ARC. After that, we'll be touching upon some of the things with respect to e-governance in relation to probity in governance. And last but not the least, we'll be discussing about the citizen-centric administration. In that exactly with respect to Citizens Charter. A chapter is there with respect to Citizens Charter, like almost all the people, they take from this. And it has been dealt in a elaborate way. So having said that, all the things I have put in one place. That is my first book, way back, some 4 or 5 years back, I have written these things. So The beauty of this book is, this is the magnum opus of all my works. The most important thing what I have done is, I have not even put a single word into this book of my own. Mean to say, second ARC में कुछ भी है related to civil service, I have classified, I have delineated, I have separated and put as it is. So now, as of now, Kindle edition is there, it's just 49 rupees. So I did not recommend to any one of you guys because I felt that you are not that ready. If at all, if you want, you can take this. The most important thing, I'll reiterate, in this book, any word, any sentence, you can just take and write according to second ARC. So this is exclusively with respect to what second ARC says, and this is consisting of all the things which are present in all the 15 reports. So DOPT. So this is one of the most important thing with in collaboration with United Nations Department of Personal Training, which is directly responsible for training and also personal things. It has come up with 3 reports. These 3 reports are very important: Ethics and Values in Public Administration, Civil Service, Competence Dictionary, and Values in Administration. Directly you can see each and everything. The very heading itself shows that exactly they are present in the syllabus. Then afterwards, like 100% I cannot say like this is a UPSC book because I have not found like word by word taking, but Michael Sandel is one of the person very well known with respect to ethics, very well known. In this, the most important thing which you have to refer to is his book, Justice, what is the right thing to do? And also the same thing which is there in the book, he has dealt in the classes form in Harvard University lectures. These are also pretty good, but the thing is, it takes time for you to go through making notes. All those things I have made clear. So this is the book, Justice. Not only that, one of the reasons why I took is, in fact, Michael Sandel is a kind of a rock star when it comes to ethics. So what do you understand by rock stars? Where do they party? Where do they have their concert? उनका concerts कैसा रहते हैं? So to have just a small idea, this is the one. See, you can see how his classes. इनका classes हमारे जैसे classroom में नहीं होता. They have to take a stadium. ऐसे रहते हैं इनका class. So I have taken like all the things from him, very important, and many things in fact are directly related that I'll be covering. Then after that, in my classes, I have referred NCERT, specifically with respect to aptitude. In psychology book NCERT, they have clearly mentioned the things as it is in the syllabus. So I have taken the things here, and also some things related to attitude also are present. After that, there is a one important UPSC source which I found recently, like last year. Like I'll be deliberating on these things to maintain the curiosity. Like it may be like maintaining curiosity for you, but in my opinion, it is one of the secret, because I found the title of the chapters in this book same has that the syllabus, especially with respect to civil service, public administration and governance. So I'll be taking that. And next, with respect to my another book, long before the same time I wrote this also. The first one was according to UPSC syllabus and second ARC. But this one, as you can see in the book itself, according to UPSC GS4 syllabus. Here I have dealt with each and every topic, covering everything, not only second ARC. So this is also like available. You can go to Amazon and just type Buddha IAS, the pen name of mine, and you will get these two books. And one thing what I have not done is, I have not updated these books intentionally, because like I nearly spent 1.5 years not teaching anything full time preparing those books. Of late I found that all these things are already available in the market as it is what I have provided. So the updated thing what I have added in the course of last 4-5 years, I'll be giving you in the form of class notes. So these are the things. And Next, and the most important, as you are aware, and we always stress upon the syllabus. I'll be covering each and every aspect of the syllabus and also previous year questions. So here, syllabus and previous year questions becomes very, very important. In fact, more important are the previous year questions. Can you guess why? The reason? Because if you read as it is in the syllabus, all the concepts, except chapter number 3, where it speaks about foundational values for civil service, none of the topics are coming in your mains. They are applied in nature. Only the foundational values like impartiality, non-partisanship, those things are directly coming. Other than that, even if you read everything, they are not asking questions. In my opinion, with respect to section A, even if you go through all the concepts, you will be able to answer only like 20 to 30% of section A. But if you take the previous year questions, these questions are repeated, and if you solve those things in addition to syllabus, you can answer 70 to 80% of the questions. So here, rather than syllabus, previous year questions are very, very important. And in fact, among all the four papers, ethics paper is the one which is very, very systematically made. Because for that, UPSC got like its own discretion, time to frame a paper of its own. It's a very, very beautiful paper. It is like very much interrelated. It is all encompassing. They have taken from many sources, right? So with respect to ethics class features, so here I'll make sure that each and every concept will be cleared. You will be having impeccable conceptual clarity with respect to all the concepts. Not only that, since we have got less time, I'll be teaching first, afterwards, like maybe half an hour or so, I'll be taking up all your question. Then all the concepts in the syllabus will be covered, all the 11 years, theory and case study things. Here, since the time is limited, I'll be just giving you a blueprint. I have sorted out all the questions, all the 11-year questions according to subtopics. So I'll be giving the questions and I will be just giving the framework. Okay. So daily there will be answer writing. Here 2 to 3 questions I will be giving. You have to go through those things. You have to write the answers. In the next class I will discuss those things. And afterwards you will be having 2 tests also. So we have planned this for 10 days. So after 5 days, you will be having 1 test, and after that, at the end, you will be having another test with discussion. So it has been planned for 30 hours, 10 days, means 3 hours everyday class. So this is the structure of the class. Okay. So this is a brief about me, as you are aware of these things. And in fact, ethics is one subject on which I have put maximum time. In fact, I took nearly 1.5 years just to gather information and to write the book. In fact, when I thought of writing the book way back in 2015, after I got very good marks, so like I almost completed writing the book. But of late, I noticed that most of the things are from second ARC. So that made my work, in fact, extra. So one book became 2 books. Because I thought that everything what is there in second ARC should be kept in a very pure and pristine form. For that, I have kept that in a separate book, and other things according to syllabus I have made the things. So this is a subject which is very, very useful for personality test interview. Why? Why is it very useful for personality test? Anyone? It reflects your thought process. Then attitude, good. Okay. So here the thing is, the most important thing is, you can say ethics is written interview. Ethics is written interview. The things what they check in your personality test through oral means, here they are testing. If you just master ethics for PT, other than your DAF and current affairs, I think there is no need to prepare. And for essay, so for essay, this is the only paper which is very, very useful. Even if you take optional, some people claim that this option is very much useful, things like that. It is not so. For essay, the only option which is very much helpful is ethics paper. Once again, why? Why ethics paper is very, very important for essay? Any idea? Overlapping of essay syllabus with ethics syllabus? Multi for philosophical essays. Good. Then the reason is from 2000, for the last 3 years, the pattern of essay questions have completely changed. They are more into philosophical things. What do you understand by philosophy? This is a very important thing. In fact, you come across in our chapter number 6, you have got philosophical basis for probity, philosophical basis for governance. What do you understand by philosophy? Very nice. Based on thought, ideas. So philosophy, if you can define in one word, it is that which is based on reason. It is that which is based on logic. It is that which is based on truth. So philosophy, what is philosophy? What is the philosophy? What is the reason? What is the logic? What is the truth? And with respect to governance, where you have got citizen charter and other things which have been directly covered here. So no way they will cover in depth like this. So for all these things, the only paper which is useful is ethics. So now, out of curiosity, let me ask you one more important thing. Which paper or which subject is most useful for ethics paper? See, ethics is important for all, very, very useful for all these things. Which optional or which GS paper is most important for ethics? Okay, so many of my students already gave the answer. It is in fact undisputably, it is indisputably public administration. I'll show you the reason also. But some also claim the one of the most popular PSIR, it is useful. It is not that useful. The reason is in PSIR you have got political thought, political thinkers. But what we are studying here is not polity, not political thought. What we are studying is moral thinkers. So in fact, sociology, psychology, all these things form a very, very like short form, short thing. If you take chapter number 3, Aptitude and Foundational Values for Civil Service, entirely in public administration. Chapter number 6 itself says Ethics in Public Administration, means entirely from public administration. Chapter number 7, it says entirely Probity in Governance, means entirely public administration. That's it. Other things, say for example, if you take sociology, it's just about values, human values. If you take psychology, it's just about aptitude. Aptitude is the only one. If you take philosophy, it will be useful only with respect to moral thinkers and to some extent ethics. Not only that, along with this, ethics is also useful for society in GS1 and social justice in GS2. So in a way, to even if I make it very, very small, at any cost, you will be having more than 800 marks. So you can see here, with respect to these things, ethics 250, PT 275, essay 250, governance you will be getting 40-50 marks. Here itself, all around, it will go to 1000 marks. So this is the weightage of this paper. If you put little effort, you can master these things. Ethics paper is entirely different from all GS 1 to 3. How? How ethics paper is entirely different from other papers? What makes it so different? It is very different. Why? What do you mean by that? Ethics, like what we see. It has been differentiated between right and right. So why is it so different? So I'll give the like case studies. Okay, even then, not only that, there is one main reason why it is different. Why? Because has given in the UPSC syllabus itself, this is the only paper which is testing your attitude. Is my point clear to you? In ethics, has given in the preamble of the syllabus itself, they are testing your attitude. In none of the papers, they explicitly test your attitude. And this is the one paper where problem solving they are testing. And the thing of problem solving, it is not given anywhere. Even in fact, not taught by most. If at all that is there, it is there in public administration. We have got problem solving, communication, decision making, all these things. Right? Okay. So this is your syllabus, which you are aware of, which you already have a fair idea of the things. So if you read like this, you won't be understanding much of the things. Let me elaborate these things. So now, to begin with, I have already my old students already know this answer, but even then I would like to ask this question. The title of our paper is Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. Why is it named? See, the title of GS1. What is the title of GS1? What is the title of GS1? Culture and Heritage, History and Geography of India and World. So why they have kept this mark? Because those things are there. Then with respect to GS2, you have got governance, constitution, polity, social justice, international relations. Exactly that is there. Then why have kept this name Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude? It has got a very important meaning. First of all, you should understand as to what is this. Because most of the students won't understand why this name. Say for example, someone's name, Sarita, Geeta, Raghu, Ravi. Do you think these names have been kept for funny reasons? Parshuram. So why that name? What that indicates? Similarly, what is the real meaning of this paper? If you understand this, almost in my opinion, like nearly 20% of the things are over. Okay, then next I'll combine this with another question. Let us take the preamble. It says that this paper will include questions to test the candidate's attitude and approach. See here, the UPSC itself is saying that we are testing your attitude. So, आपका question में क्या करना है? Like you have to show your attitude and approach to issues relating to integrity, probity in public life, and problem solving to various issues and conflict faced by him in dealing with the society. So my next question is in line with this one. Why the questions test the candidate's attitude and problem solving? अरे आपने तो नाम अलग रख दिया, आपने तो रखा कि ethics, integrity and aptitude, but why you are testing attitude and problem solving? That is the most important thing. So this is a very important slide. Here they are testing your attitude and problem solving. In all the questions, there will be a problem and you have to solve. In all the questions, you have to show your attitude. Is there anyone who can answer this question? I have answered many times. Even then I will answer once again. They are testing your problem solving approach. This problem solving approach is the indication of your aptitude. Is the point clear to you? By testing your problem solving, they are gauging your aptitude, your aptness for civil service. By testing your attitude, They are gauging the ethics and integrity. Is the point clear? It's very, very important. Then my next question is, why? Why they are testing attitude? To gauge the ethics and integrity. Why not values? Why not ethics itself? Why not integrity itself? Okay, one of your friend is saying his attitude forms behavior. Then attitude is a all encompassing one. Behavior is just a part of attitude. Attitude also has your cognition, your affect. Yes, it has all. Is my question clear to you? Why they are testing attitude? I have already explained. By attitude, they want to know the ethics and integrity. Why? Dear students, everything depends on values. But attitude are those determinants through which ethics of an individual, integrity of an individual can be gauged to a greater extent. Through values, they are not possible. Love is a value. You cannot see, you cannot measure, it is very subjective. But on the other hand, to a greater extent, we can measure the attitude. Right? Is the concept clear to you? Here, first of all, you should have a fair understanding as to why the paper is named so. Then, taking that name, you also have to correlate with what they are testing. Right? Through your attitude, they are gauging ethics, integrity. Through your problem solving, they are gauging your aptitude. That is the reason. Right? And very important case studies on above issues. Questions may utilize case study to determine these aspects. This aspect means once again attitude and problem solving. Case study में क्या test कर रहे हैं once again has given by the UPSC itself. Once again attitude and problem solving. Right? So here it also mentions that all these things, case studies, will be present in section A, topics. So what does this mean? Means you have to locate each and every case study in the syllabus. Right? Okay. So these are the things, the concepts in the syllabus. It's a very pretty simple one. As you already are aware, first ethics. These are the only concepts which are present. If you master that, in my opinion, more than 50% of the syllabus is over to you. Ethics, morals, values, attitude. All these things are like you can take them as a monolithic structure. In fact, one depends on the another. I'll explain these things in detail. So here, let me ask you a question. Ethics, moral, values, and attitude. Are these things hereditary? Are these things hereditary? What is your answer? No. Not entirely. In fact, they are entirely not hereditary. See, love. Are your parents passing on love, the value of love to you? बच्चों में वैल्यू ऐसे ही बचपन से आ रहा है क्या? They are learned. They are learned. All these things are learned as a part of society, individual as a part of society. This is one of the most fundamental things. Values, ethics, morals, attitude. This won't come to you from your parents through inheritance, through genes. Then very next important things. Are these things passed on from one generation to another? So I am specifically like demarcating the things. First one was hereditary. You said that no, that is correct. Now my question is, are these things passed on from one generation to another? Values. आपका सोसाइटी में क्या है, आपका फैमिली में क्या है? Are they getting passed on from one generation to another? The answer is yes. Then next question is how? Genetics में नहीं जा रहे. Then how they are getting passed? Observing, learned, yes. Exactly, the answer is culture. So through culture, in fact, language you are telling, in fact, language is the most important thing for the evolution of culture. If language would have not been there, culture would have not been there. How? I repeat the question. If we were not having the language what we have now, culture would have not been there. These things would have not been passed from one generation to another. Why? Very important. Our language is symbolic. Our language is of the most sophisticated one. Most sophisticated of all languages. Even animals also have some language, but that is not symbolic. They cannot pass those things from one generation to another. It is only because of this language that we are able to pass the things. In fact, like you will be astonished to know, with respect to the evolution of man, so how man became so different than other animals. One of the main thing is with respect to brain, all these things. So evolution of man. So man also include women also. See here. So here two things. To begin with, biological evolution take place. Biological. After that, certain extent, it took the backstage. It is the culture which was very, very useful in the evolution of humans. Say for example, now in Delhi, the temperature is very cold. So we have got cultural means to adapt to those things. We are passing on the technology from one generation to another. Say for example, your like offsprings, are they inventing rocket? No. They are taking the technology which is already present. But for any other animal, it is not possible. They have to invent on their own from beginning. Right? This is one set of things where they are interrelated. Then next set of the things is with respect to integrity and probity. As you are aware, following all the four above ethics, moral, values and attitude on a consistent basis throughout time, at all times and all places leads to integrity. Is the point clear to you? When you follow the first four, what we say is integrity. When integrity is proved, that is when you are proving your integrity through some procedures, processes, laws, rules, regulations, it is said to be probity. Probity is more objective. Integrity is very subjective. In fact, ethics in action, values in action can be said to be integrity. Clear? Any doubt with respect to these things? Then see, all these things are interconnected. Then once again, aptitude. Here, aptitude is one thing in your syllabus which is entirely different from all the above. Why is that so? The reason is, all these things are learned, but aptitude is innate, inborn, genetical. That is the difference. Is the point clear to you? And once again, you have got another concept, that is emotional intelligence. These are the only concepts which you have to master. As I have shown you, the first six are very, very interrelated. Until and unless you understand how they are interrelated in a flow, in a flow chart, interconnected, you cannot answer most of the questions. Right? Okay. Then you have got another set with respect to governance. As you are aware, as you can see in the chapters itself, you have got civil service, public service, you have got administration, public administration, bureaucracy, you have got government and governance. All these things you can add one more, that is society, private relations, public relations and profession. In fact, civil service is also a profession. Medicine is also a profession. So ethics in private relations, ethics in public relations. In public relations, one important thing is with respect to government. So these are the only things. So isko ab kya karna hai? What they have done? The 8 concepts which I showed in the last slide, they have put here. So they are asking application. If we take say, a simple question, why ethics is important? The same question will have another thing. Why ethics is more important in public administration? This is a UPSC question, right? So if you sum up the things, these are the things which are there in your syllabus, and you shouldn't be reading anything more than this to begin with. Still, we have got some of the things like accountability, all these things, they are minor things. Right to information, all these things are encompassed there. Okay, so now just concentrate. I am going in a very systematic way. You should have impeccable concentration here. This is chapter number 1, ethics and human interference. Ethics is one of the, in fact, difficult thing. You go to YouTube, you go to anywhere, any place. By next class, at least, I have given this homework plenty of time and you are not writing, but this, please take this one. What do you understand by ethics and human interface? Let me know who will answer. In fact, none of the teachers have answered. You take any video, they directly go to essence, determinants on consequences of ethics. Is there anyone who says that I know the meaning of ethics and human interference? How can there be? See, man, machine, interface. वो तो कुछ sense कर देगा. Man and machine interface. Here, what does this mean? Ethics and human interface. So here, take the things. First of all, you understand the logic. Ethics and human interference means, what does it mean? Ethics and human beings are different. Ethics is a value which society put on itself in order to guide. Very good, our own definition. Very nice. But please explain me the literal meaning of these things. So please take this as a homework. In fact, if you can answer, I really appreciate. Because this is one thing which no teacher has explained till date. You can just search, and at least you should use your philosophy, your logic, your reason as to what exactly is this. देखिए, फर्स्ट चैप्टर में फर्स्ट लाइन का मीनिंग ही किसी को पता नहीं है. इनफैक्ट many have told, but according to their interpretation, you shouldn't go with that. You should go to authentic sources. You should apply. If it is like indisputably that is the correct one, then only you have to go. So here, ethics is the concept which you have to be studying. So here, these are the definitions, right? Next, next chapter is attitude. That's it. See the things what I have told already there in the thing. First chapter is about ethics. Second is attitude. You should learn the chapters also here. It is very, very easy. Only 7 chapters. Second is attitude. We have discussed that. Then the third is aptitude and foundational values of civil service. The things which are there in red. Aptitude, value and civil service are the things which you should be aware of. Then the fourth one, emotional intelligence. This is also a concept where they have directly applied to administration and government. Next, moral thinkers and philosophers. Here the thinkers are with respect to morality, right and wrong, not with respect to political philosophers, which you will be studying in political science. No. Then ethics in public administration. Before that, civil service values or public service values. Here, public service is a broader one. Civil service is a part of this one. That is the reason they have put public service or civil service values. It is as it is in the syllabus itself. Right? Next, you have got probity in governance. So can you make out like how the things I have explained are there in the syllabus itself? So these are the headings of the chapters. So the same things I have put in a chronological way, in a systematic way when I have showed you. That is it. Case studies on above issues. Very, very important. This is the area. Please internalize. Keep this in your mind forever. Case studies on the above issues means case studies on the first 7. इसीलिए केस स्टडी में आप पहले like you have to zero down and you have to think as to from which part of the syllabus they have asked. This is not me telling. It is there in the syllabus itself. This is the one blunder which most of the students and even teachers are not doing. एक case study मिला तो they start solving. अरे पहले they have said that these are the things which are there in the syllabus. Case studies on the above issues. वो issue क्या है identify करो. So these are the things. So is the syllabus clear to you? Are you able to internalize the syllabus? इतना ही है syllabus. Okay, then now concentrate on the things which I have highlighted. I have highlighted on the things which are there in chapter number 3, 6 and 7. Values for civil service, ethics in public administration, probity in governance. I'll still modify these things for your better understanding. Just concentrate on those things itself. You will understand the ethics in a very different way. The way you never might have thought of. So now take this one. See here the same things have just made them simplified. Now, values in civil service, ethics in public administration, probity in governance. Now identify the locus and focus. Locus means where. Focus means what is that they are focusing, they are concentrating. So here, now, in the first one, values in civil service. What is the locus? Where? Where क्या है? So online people, you can just abbreviate also. Or civil service. Is there anyone who says that ethics is the locus? Right? Now, in the second one, which is the locus? Ethics in public administration. In the second one, PA, public administration. Very good. Similarly, the locus for third one is governance. Right? On the other hand, focus is values, ethics and probability. Dear students, now I will give you a very important concept which it will be helpful for you to understand. Let us take these three first. Governance, public administration, civil service. In this, which is all encompassing, broadest one kaun sa hai? Governance, right? So, governance is all encompassing. ये किधर गया? Okay. आ गया. So, dear students, governance is all encompassing. Please keep this in mind and also do draw. This is your governance. Governance का अंदर क्या होता है? Civil service or public service? Which is the broader one? Civil service का अंदर public service आता है, public service का अंदर civil service आता है? Public service. So, public administration is the second one. So, this is your second circle. Right? Are you understanding? So, in the next one, you have got civil service. So, इसका अंदर आता है civil service. So, to make the things in a clear way, if you think this has governance, there will be one thing which can be called as government. Right? So, in that, you will have public administration. In that, you will have civil service. Right? But when you look into the second one, that is entirely different. Here, among these things, which is the broadest one? Values, ethics, probity. Broadest one kaun sa hai? Right? So, values are all encompassing. Then, which is the next broader one? Ethics or probity? Ethics or probity? So, ethics proved is integrity. Integrity proved is your probity. So, the next one will be your ethics. उसका अंदर आता है your probability. Is the point clear to you? So now this is not the thing which I expect from you. See here, civil service is one of the shortest one, but they have asked one of the biggest one. So to make the things clear, let me erase the things and clean. Okay. So here, see here, First set, it is your governance, right? The next one, this is your public administration. Then the next one, this is your civil service, right? If you come to the other side, biggest one is your value. So within that comes your ethics. Within that comes your probity. Now try to interrelate. Here, with respect to civil service, they are asking something the broadest, right? This is the crux. In fact, most of the case studies are from these three chapters. Definitely, there is application of the concepts of ethics, values, and probity, but the areas in which the questions are asked is civil service, public administration, and governance. Right? See here, that is the thing. Values in civil service, ethics in public administration, and probity. So are you able to interconnect these things? Then I'll tell you one more angle for this. Civil service. Does civil service has ethics? Why they have not asked? See, here too, civil service, you have got civil service values. You have got civil service code of ethics. You have got ethics also. In civil service also there is integrity or probity. Understood? So once again, it's not the end there. You also have for this public administration. Public administration also has values. Public administration, ethics in public administration, they are already given. And there is integrity or probity in public administration also. For governance, what about governance? Does governance has values? Does governance has values? Values रहेगा या नहीं governance में? If you don't have values, you cannot have ethics. If you don't have ethics, you cannot have integrity or probity. See here, once again, you will be having values. Once again, you will be having ethics. Once again, you will be having probity or integrity. What they have already shown. So here the thing is, in the first one, they are asking this. In the second one, they are asking this. In the third one, they are asking this. But you should be reading all the thing. So is there anyone who got confused or who got to know in a different way of understanding the things? Yes. Yes.
So we are applying values in the code so that it will transfer to the another.
Yes.
Then we are applying ethics in the second part. So these values it will come to the third part. In the third part we are getting.
So here the thing is that though they are concentrating on these things, you should also have these things in mind and you have to internalize civil service ethics, civil service integrity. You also should be aware of public administration values, ethics and integrity, and same with this. Right? Is the things clear? See, this is what is there in 3 chapters. The other things are just concepts. Ethics का मतलब समझो, values का मतलब समझो, attitude, aptitude, that's it. Okay. Then these are the same things. As I told you, values and ethics are very, very closely related. If they are followed consistently basis, attitude, integrity and probity, aptitude and emotional intelligence. The same here with respect to the governance part. So with respect to syllabus, as I already said, There are some concepts which are applied to governance and society. The same is with respect to case studies also. So, where are these concepts taken from? A concepts kidhar hai aaya? There has to be some source, right? So I said that there are some concepts. So from where have we taken these concepts? Arthashastra, Kautilya, second ARC. Okay. Second ARC is a book. With respect to subjects, I am asking. With respect to disciplines, I am asking. So let me explain these things. These concepts are taken from psychology, philosophy, and sociology. So with respect to, and once again, they have been put into different branches. So here, this is our syllabus. I'll show you from which part they have taken which one. So, right? Are we good to go? This is a syllabus. In that, with respect to the concept, these are the concepts which are present. Philosophy, ethics and moral thinkers and philosophy. This is taken from philosophy. So, ये philosophy वालों को ये थोड़ा help होगा. Directly, other than that, almost there is nothing there. And with respect to next one, psychology, attitude, aptitude, and emotional intelligence are taken. These are the, you have to read from these subjects itself. If at all, if you want to have like better idea of what is attitude, what is aptitude and emotional intelligence, you have to refer standard psychology books. Before you refer those things, please do refer NCERT 11th and 12th. In, I suppose like 12th, I suppose exactly the same things have been given. Emotional intelligence is not given. Other than that, it's there. And in fact, emotional intelligence is your own subject. Means it has evolved from you itself. In fact, the term became popular only in 1996. Can you imagine? Means term became popular in 1995. उसको book में आने के लिए और 10 साल लगा. Only in like 2010, people realized that there is something like emotional intelligence in concrete. Mean to say, most of the books which are written by the authors who are born before this, they don't have even a faint idea of emotional intelligence. So I repeat, very, very important, emotional intelligence is the one thing missing in most of the answers. What is the reason? It is the very, very new concept. You can say like it is a LPG kid, more than that. So in most of the books, why you won't find this? The reason is, those people who are writing those things were not aware. This is very, very new. Emotions mein intelligence. In fact, they say that even better than IQ, these are the predictors of the work of performance. From sociology, you have got human values. So by this, I have shown you the things with respect to concept from which subject. And others, you are already aware with respect to governance. So these are the things. Civil service, governance, public administration, all these things are directly taken from public administration. All these things directly, these are some chapters in public administration. Right? So I have shown you the sources also and from where they have picked and also like what you should be doing. So in detail, so you shouldn't be taking much of your time. What I expect you to read in a lightning speed of all the things in the syllabus first. Okay. So this is the syllabus, 7 chapters. Now let's go ahead. First chapter, you have these things. Just go very fast. I'll be just explaining afterwards. Done? So here in the first one, you have got human actions. See here, actions of humans are entirely different from human actions. Human actions are those which are done with some knowledge, voluntarily done, willingly done. Otherwise, if it is not done with knowledge, not willingly done, it is not the subject matter of ethics itself. Then coming to the human values, in that most important thing is inculcation of values. So here you have to first of all, most importantly, know what is value, and you should know what is human value. In fact, the ethics has emerged from human value. So what is the difference between value and human value? Anyone? In fact, I have explained these things just very recently when I was discussing the syllabus of GS4. What is the difference between value and human value? So for human values, you can take other forms also, other names also, core values or universal values.
Human values are those values which are already there.
No. So one of your friend is saying that human values are those which are already inside you. No. See, please understand, I'll be elaborating these things further in the class, but as of now, see, values means those which are important, those which have worth, those which are valuable. If a value is valuable to society, it becomes societal value. If it is valued for an organization, organization value. Similarly, human values are those values which are important for all the human beings around the world, all the societies, all the cultures, however rudimentary may be, however advanced may be that society. Say for example, truth. All societies, for all societies it is important. Compassion, things like that. But there are some values, say for example, individualism. Western societies are more individualistic. When it comes to like traditional societies like Chinese and Indians, here we have got like collective form of living, not much into individualism. So I repeat, human values can be called as core values or universal values which are important for all societies at all times in all places. तो उनको ह्यूमन वैल्यूज बोलते हैं. उससे जो एमर्ज होता है वो एथिक्स है. What is the basis of ethics? The basis of ethics is values. Values are very subjective. Very subjective. Love, can you measure love? Patriotism, can you measure patriotism? Can you link to anyone? No. So out of these values emerges some standards. Are you able to grasp the things? Values are very subjective. इससे some standards emerge करते हैं. उनको बोलते हैं हम ethics. So the very basis from which you have to start your preparation is not with ethics. If you start with ethics, your understanding will be very narrow. Because ethics is dependent, emerging. The very basis of ethics are values. Okay. So once again, second chapter, attitude. So here you have got content, structure and functions of attitude, influence and relations with thought and behavior, social influence and persuasion, very, very important. One of the most important thing for your case studies, where how society influences and how you pursue. There was a question where the elders of a village decided not to send the girl children to the school. Case study, UPSC case study. The question was, how do you pursue these people? There are some techniques which if you apply, that will be very useful in pursuing them. So like, it's very important. Say for example, as I already told, all the people who got top rank in their first attempt, but that is not their first year of preparation. The main thing is they worked in group. So here also, if you want to have friendship, if you want to marry, all these things, you have to pursue others. Otherwise, it's not possible. So what are the techniques to pursue others? So that is the one important thing which will be helpful even in the general being also. Then you have got moral and political attitudes. Coming to the next one, aptitude and foundational values for civil service. Here, these are the things which you have to buy at as it is. Aptitude, foundational values, integrity, impartiality, objectivity, dedication to public service. Then these are one set. The next one is empathy, tolerance, and compassion to weaker sections. Next, you have got emotional intelligence. In that, you have to study the concepts, their utilities, application in administration and governance. See how beautifully they have made. Next, you have to read the concepts, uska utility kya hai, and their utility and application in administration and governance. Next, you have got like moral thinkers and philosophers. In that, none like except John Rawls and Kant, Immanuel Kant, and once Bentham. इन तीनों को छोड़ के डायरेक्टली कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा गया. In fact, only with respect to John Rawls they have asked directly. Otherwise, they have not touched upon any of the moral thinkers and philosophers directly. Aristotle का क्या है ऐसा कुछ कभी नहीं पूछे है. Okay. The next one like civil service values and ethics in administration. So these are the things, and in fact, this is one of the difficult area. Ethical concerns and dilemmas in governance of public. Nearly 6 questions have come from the second one. Ethical concerns and dilemmas in governance and this one. Then laws, rules, regulation, conscience as a source of ethical guidance, accountability and ethical governance, strengthening of ethical and moral values in governance, ethical issues in international relations and funding corporate governance. Then you have got probity in governance. So as I told you, probity is proved integrity. Integrity is ethics in action. So here you have got 13 things. If you follow these things, then it shows that there is probity in governance. In this, like you have got information sharing, transparency, right to information, code of ethics, code of conduct, citizen charter, work culture, quality of service delivery, utilization of public funds, challenges of corruption. So in that, like let us just have a brief idea with respect to fifth one. This is one of the thing where most of the books have given wrong. So what is that? So here, listen to me, all professions, very important, all professions have values. Is this clear? Medical values, chartered accountant values, all are there. At the same time, all professions have code of ethics. Right? At the same time, all professions have code of conduct. But the most important thing in your understanding will be as given by the second ARC itself. In the civil service code, second ARC says that at the top you should have values. Means civil service values are all encompassing. उसका अंदर आता है आपका कोड ऑफ एथिक्स, उसका अंदर आता है कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट. ये समझना है. दिस इज द क्रक्स ऑफ द थिंग्स. So then you may ask me, sir, why all these things? Say for example, code of conduct. I often have used this one, code of conduct. So it will be applying to you also when you join the service. There is a code of conduct that one should not marry more than one spouse, whatever may be the religion. That is there in the code of conduct. So ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? What is the intent? See, these people are following the things in word, in letter they are following, but not the spirit. I repeat, people are following code of conduct in letter. What is that letter? You should not have more than one spouse. But they are not having immoral relation with many people. See, they are following this, but still they are violating the spirit. तो इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए यू हैव गॉट कोड ऑफ एथिक्स एंड सिविल सर्विस वैल्यूज विच एनकम्पास एवरीथिंग. राइट? So case studies on the above issues. You first of all, very important, as I made this point, you have to locate the case study here. Okay, so this is your syllabus. what is that one thing which humans have and animals don't have? This is the question which I've asked minimum like 4 to 5 times in the class. So in fact, when I asked this question very beginning, they gave many other answers. Oh hey, yeah hey. Animals also have relation. One of your friends says that relations. Values, yes. So here, to be precise, one thing what animals don't have and humans have is, to be precise, if I say culture. But there is yet another thing, value also. So values. Humans have values and animals don't have values. Many in fact dispute with me with respect to these things. Sir, ऐसा क्या वैसा होता है? हमारा कुत्ते को value नहीं है क्या? Because they think like these dogs are more faithful. ऐसा है. You have seen one face of the dogs. To their territory, if other dog comes, they will bite and they will kill that dog. That dog is faithful to you because you are taking care. So here, values means important. In this regard, values are anything important to you. So actions of animals are based on genetics or instinct or both, not values. So an ant, honeybees does a dancing, all these things. Ants, they carry the dead ones, they feed the queen bee, they take care of the young ones. These have not come with values. These have come with genetics itself. Right? So that is the reason. You are what your values are. Say for example, अभी मुझे ठंड लग रहा है. Animals को आपको कुछ difference नहीं है. ठंड animals को भी लगता है, आपको भी लगता है. So I want to eat something delicious. Animals also feel that is not you. Values means what is important to you. That is you. Are you able to delineate the value of the meaning of value? Means value is something important to me. मुझे क्या important है? Means this is the one which I am giving, which is the one which reflects me. Very important. Value is the one thing which differentiates humans from animals, and also value is one thing which differentiates one human from one human. I'm a merchant. For me, money is the important thing. You might have seen some status. Unka life mein, they just bother about value, money, because that is their value. Are you able to get the thing? So now, very important, this is a high time, New Year. What are your values? What are your values? Have you ever thought? I advise you, take some time and write what are your values, what is important for you. Afterwards, you just ask a question, what you are doing in this direction. You find that in most of the cases, you are utterly not following your values at all. Health is important. How many of you are doing exercise? Health is important, isn't it? Health is your value. So, here you shouldn't be confusing values with some innate things. Because values are learned. When you feel hungry, you feel like eating, that is not learned. That is genetical, instantaneous. Right? So what is ethics? So once again, I will be giving one of the most accepted definitions. I have gone through like nearly 500 to 1000 definitions. None of the definitions are appealing. The only definition which you have to consider is the one given by second ARC. I have gone through all the 15 reports and I have taken all the definitions and I have put here. First of all, please understand, there are some values which are important for all human beings across the society and across the time. Based on those values emerges your ethics. So the first one word What are ethics? Give just one word. What is ethics? Common values. Very nice. Still, common values से कुछ emerge होता है. Values are very subjective. Values very subjective. इन वैल्यूओं से एक स्टैंडर्ड emerge होता है. Ethics are to begin with standards. आप जो भी कर रहे हो, whether right or wrong, is dependent on this one. This marker is 15 centimeter long. How did you made out? Because there is a standard. Centigrade, centimeter. Based on that you are measuring. So ethics are standard. By comparing to that, we are deciding whether you are right or wrong. A very, very important question. What do you understand by ethical human conduct? What do you understand by ethical human behavior? If you are following ethical standards, then that is said to be ethical human conduct. Very, very important. Ethics are the standards. Then ethics. Who are giving ethics to you? Society. This is once again very, very important. See, values with respect to you, but ethics with respect to society. Society here you have to think as an organism. See, like, say for example, like all young people, like, so here we all have many desires. Almost all have the same desire, but we are not able to fulfill. Why? Society has restricted. Society has restricted. Why do the society appreciate only winners? Only winners. Say, मैं 10 बार interview गया, 10 बार mains पढ़ा. Will the society agree? They will ask one question. Society asks one question. Are you a winner? Society wants a winner. Society appreciates people who work hard. Why? Because society has to prosper. Society has to grow. Here society is the one thing which is the main concentration. Society places these things on itself and they guide our behavior, choice and actions. So dear students, never ever forget this definition. Ethics is set of standards that society places on itself, which helps guide behavior, choice and action. Please understand and internalize the last one. Helps guide behavior, choice and action. So इसमें like याद करने का कुछ नहीं है. ये behavior, choice, action, thought, everything you can write. What does this mean? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? What do you understand by this? Ethics helps to guide your behavior, choice and action. The way I am teaching, the way you are sitting, everything is guided by ethics. Is the point clear to you? हम ऐसे क्यों है? In fact, this is one important thing. Now, there is a homogeneity in our behavior. The reason is all our behavior, thought and actions are guided by इंटरनेट. देखिए यूट्यूब में आप जो देखते हैं वही मैं ही देखता हूँ. एक समथिंग बिकेम वायरल मीन्स यूट्यूब विल सेंड टू यू. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल देर आर 2 UPSC aspirants. Listen to me. 2 UPSC aspirants. One UPSC aspirant saw one video completely. So what YouTube will do? It will forward the same thing to another UPSC aspirant. ये aspirant पूरा देखा है, इसको वो भी देखेगा. So all UPSC aspirants will get the same thing. So what you have seen, I have also seen the same thing. Why I said is, now our values, our preference, everything are determined by internet. पहले ऐसा नहीं था. My values are determined by my society, my family. Now it's not like that. See now, homosexuality. Is there anyone who opposes homosexuality and says that this is crime? The same 15 years, if I would have asked the question, in fact I have asked, they said no, it's a crime. Why you got into that philosophy? Because internet is giving you. The values are becoming homogeneous now. We are living in a society. In fact, in my opinion, all these boundaries in the world should be destroyed. The nation boundaries. It's my personal opinion, that's it. Because there is only one thing, humans. Just humans. This earth, this globe belongs to humanity, not to any individual. These are simply the boundaries made by the politicians. Politics simply means power. For the sake of power, they have done this. For this, they have divided humanity. Once again, religion also does the same. Religion is not just connected to your interface with the God. It is the political one also. It is having the power. In fact, secularism, the very concept of secularism came to separate religion from the state. Means, previously religion was with the state. Means the power of religion and the state were together. So this is the one definition on which you can answer most of the questions. And the last one is the most important. It helps to guide behavior, choice, and action. If your actions are guided by the ethical standards, then you have got ethical behavior. This is the first question given by UPSC. Any doubt? So all our actions are guided by ethics. So first of all, understand that ethics are standards given by the society, placed by the society on itself, and they guide our behavior, choice, and actions. Here once again, the concept of society changes. Indian society, Punjabi society, Kannada speaking people society, and in fact, global society. Ethical standards, in fact, in certain extent dependent on the society and culture also. Let's not get into that. Let's move forward. So these are the other definitions. I'll be giving you those things. Don't worry. I've gone through all the ARC reports and these are the only definitions present there. Just to go through these things, they all mean the same. By ethics, the attitude is formed. So there was a question like one of your student was asking, does the attitude affect ethics? It's the other way around. Ethics will affect the attitude. Okay. So isme like anything you can write, but the most important I have taken and I have given you. Okay. Now, at another questions. What are the qualities or things you expect in a civil servant? Civil servant में क्या होना है? Think that you are into selection board. You are like selecting civil servants. What do you like expect from a civil servant? Humble and calm, people oriented. Then civil servant में क्या रहना है? Honest. Then awareness of people, honesty, very good. So all are correct. Can you put all these things in one word? What they are looking into? Rational decision maker, integrity, probity, empathy, very nice. Then the same question. What are the qualities UPSC or the recruiting agency expecting in a civil servant? Dear students, the answer is values and aptitude. So they are looking into civil service values. They are looking into civil service aptitude. So जो आपने बोले वो सब इसमें आ जाता है. Honesty, probity, all these things, integrity are there. So they are looking into civil service values and also civil service aptitude. Now, I have answered this question multiple times. Let me ask you again. What are the aptitudes of civil service? Values तो मैं बोल दिया. Integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, dedication, all these things. Then what are the aptitudes required in a civil servant? Please do answer. Very important one. Very good problem solving, decision making, then leadership, then. See, this is a thing like why I say that you are not applying. I will give you a hint also. You have got a paper, dear officers, you have got a paper, Civil Service Aptitude Test. अरे उसका टाइटल ही वो है, isn't it? Don't you think these are aptitude required? Civil Service Aptitude Test, टेस्ट को निकालो. तो सिविल सर्विस एप्टीट्यूड उसमें क्या क्या है वो सब लिखना है. दिस इज द वन थिंग विच इज नॉट देयर इन द सिलेबस, नॉट देयर इन द बुक्स. They are just dealing with foundational values. They are not dealing with the aptitude in civil servant. What is there in your CSAT syllabus? Everything is a aptitude required for a civil servant. ये मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. You apply your logic. Will you agree with me or not? Civil service aptitude test. उसमें जो दिया है, those are the aptitudes. Okay. So aptitude and values for civil service are the things which are tested. So in that we can, if we delineate the whole chapter, it will be like aptitude, civil service, foundational values, aptitude for civil service, foundational values. These are the things which you should be studying. So here to locate that, it's there in chapter number 3. I have shown you that. Now aptitude. So this is very pertinent. Those of you like who are very much like not good with respect to CSAT, this is for you especially. So what is aptitude? Dear students, the same picture here. See here, basketball players. What is that one thing present in all the basketball players? There is one thing common among. If you have already heard these things, no need to answer. The same here. See here. Don't think that I am taking only boys, girls also. There is one thing which is present all these things. So now we'll take some other pictures also. We have added some Chinese, Koreans also to have a global perspective. There is also once again one thing there. Fitness, team spirit. Okay, then see here, fastest people, sprinters. कैसे है? Then what about these people? Do you find any difference between these marathon runners and these sprinters? Now coming to the one, civil service aptitude test. I have put the syllabus here. There are some common things in all these things. What is that? Comprehension, interpersonal skills, communication, decision making, problem solving, logical reasoning, analytical ability, general memory ability, basic numeracy and data interpretation. इसमें कुछ है, क्या है वो? ऐसा है, like almost always someone say, many say, मैथ्स मेरा जिंदगी में मुझे like मास्टरी नहीं कर पाया मैं. Why? He lacks something innate. His ability to correlate the words, numbers is not there. और कुछ लोग ऐसे रहते हैं कि वो ऐसे ही रास्ते में जाते रहते हैं. They know even all the like number plates also. So their mind is able to correlate with these things. So compare this to the second one, second group. History, geography, polity, governance, environment, ecology, climate change, general studies. इसमें और इसमें क्या अंतर है? Yes. So here, these are the things which have got a inborn thing in that. Inborn thing. Say for example, history. अकबर का फादर ये था. इसको 10 बार पढ़े तो anyone can recite. But CSAT problems ऐसे है क्या? Okay. So here now the same example here. Brett Lee, Anil Kumble, Harbhajan Singh. All these people are very good bowlers. Swingers. Not good batsmen. Why? डोंट से दैट दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू बैट. हमारा जैसा नहीं रहता. मीन्स हु इज हैविंग बैट एंड हु इज हैविंग बॉल, फर्स्ट बैटिंग शुड बी गिवन टू हिम. And after he is out, he will take his bat and he will run away. No. Because don't say that they focused on bowling. Nobody want to be a bowler. It's a curse in fact. The game of cricket is tilted towards batsmen. Man of the match कितने भी देखो, only batsman को ही ज़्यादा मिलता है. Why? प्रैक्टिस किए होंगे. डेफिनेटली दिस पीपल हैव प्रैक्टिस्ड, बट दे आर नॉट गुड बैट्समैन. व्हाई? सो विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू माई सेल्फ ऑल्सो, आई यूज टू लाइक बैटिंग वेरी मच. आई प्रैक्टिस्ड ए लॉट. ऐसा है कि मैं लाइक व्हेन आई वाज इन कॉलेज ऑल दिस थिंग्स, रोड पे खेल के जाता था. ऐसा बॉल है तो ऐसा मारना है, ऐसा मारना है. लाइक आई ऑल्सो थिंकिंग गंगुली ऐसा मारा है, लाइक हमारा जमाने में गंगुली था ऐसा. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड, इन फैक्ट आई वॉज वन ऑफ द फास्टेस्ट bowlers. Like this, even if I call them, even if they are not remembering my name, they remember, oh you the fast bowler, I know, like that. डरते थे. मैं कभी प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं किया. आई डोंट लाइक bowling at all. बट बैटिंग करने के लिए गया, ऑलवेज बोल्ड. वाई इज दैट? डियर स्टूडेंट्स, द रीजन इज आई डोंट हैव द इनेट एबिलिटी टू हैव कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन माई आई एंड माई हैंड. बॉल आ रहा है, मैं बैट पकड़ा हूं, बोल्ड. मैं सोच रहा हूं कि मैं मार रहा हूं. मीन्स आई डोंट हैव दिस वन. फुटबॉल ऑफ पिच एक किक मारता है, लाइक इट विल गो लॉन्ग. Like a flower, one fellow will hold in the leg itself. In fact, I was a university blue football player. Why is that? Because they have eye and leg coordination, inborn thing. कुछ लोग आप देखे होंगे like सड़क पे, especially with respect to bike, ऐसे 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 चले जाता है. And they go very fast also. They have got very good coordination. ऐसे हम चलने के लिए गए तो you may end up in accident. So here there is a innate thing. देखिए, मुझे बहुत अच्छा डांसर बनना है, बहुत अच्छा सिंगर बनना है, बट माई वॉइस इज वेरी बैड. मैं 10 घंटा प्रैक्टिस किए तो भी लता मंगेशकर, किशोर कुमार ऐसा बनूंगा क्या? माई वॉइस इज टेरिबल. मैं 5 बजे उठ के, वो बोलते हैं ना लाइक पॉन्ड में इधर तक पानी तक कुछ करते हैं ना, ऑन गागलिंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स, वो किए तो होता है क्या? Why not possible? Are you getting me? This is very important for CSET examination. I'll let you know how. So in all these things, there is something which is very important present in all. एक आदमी like excel किया है exceptionally, means what is that one thing present in all? Is this skill, ability, achievement or intelligence? क्या है? So dear students, what is your answer? Ability. Intelligence. Intelligence से हम वॉलीबॉल खेल सकते हैं क्या? Talent. Dear students, like in some aspect, the nearest one may be ability, but in fact, the correct one is aptitude. So they have got some innate ability inborn. अरे मेरा वॉइस बहुत अच्छा है, थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस दिए तो लाइक लता मंगेशकर से बीट कर सकता हूं मैं, ऐसा रहता है. So here it is the aptitude. So to understand aptitude better, so I'll go a little fast. All these things we can cover later. Like what is the time now? Okay, I'll have this concept clear to you because this will be very important for CSAT. And in my opinion, like बहुत बड़े बड़े दिग्गजा हैं 2022 में gone. Yes, gone. ये IIT IIM वाले ही फेल हुए तो who entered? The question is not that why they failed. ये फेल हुए तो कौन लिया, रहना है ना. IIT फेलोज लाइक टेरिबली इन देयर लाइफ ऐसा हो गया, ऐसा झटका मारा उन लोगों को कि वो बोल नहीं पाते. मैं IIT IIM से हूँ, CSAT में फेल हो गया. तो इसलिए दे समो चेंज. CSAT में मेरा हो गया था, थोड़ा इसमें ही हो गया, ऐसा समथिंग लाइक दैट. एंड यू आस्क एनीवन, ऑल सीनियर्स, 1 मार्क्स से छूट गया सबका. एंड इनफैक्ट दैट इज करेक्ट ऑल्सो. इफ यू हैव रेड प्रॉपरली, सबका 1 ही मार्क्स से चला जाता है. जस्ट 1 क्वेश्चन इटसेल्फ. So you have to differentiate. These things are very much interrelated. Skill, ability, achievement, and intelligence. That is true. I am not making fun of those people, because if 100 students have prepared seriously and UPSC has taken 10 students in them, 90 students, उनका difference just 1 question रहता है. 1 question is equal to 2 marks. If they went wrong, 2.67 marks. Means huge difference. 2 क्वेश्चन गया बोले तो 5 marks. Huge variation. So these are very much interrelated, but they are not same as your aptitude. So skill और उसमें क्या अंतर है? So dear students, aptitude is that which is innate and inborn. What about skill? Skill आपका बचपन से आ जाता है. We have to learn. So skill is that which we learn through practice, gained through practice. This is learned. Say now think that I am short. मैं प्रैक्टिस से लंबा हो सकता हूँ क्या? तो हमारा बचपन में वो भी था, ये गोली लो आप 5 पिच लेंगे, वो सब नहीं है. सो इसलिए एप्टीट्यूड ऑलरेडी आपको फिक्स्ड है. सो माई टोन इज फिक्स्ड. सो स्किल इज दैट विच यू लर्न. And with respect to aptitude and intelligence, if there is something which is very close, then I can say that to aptitude it is intelligence. The only difference is, what is the difference between aptitude and intelligence? Senior aspirants, what is the difference between intelligence and aptitude? Presentability. Okay. So the only difference is they are like inborn, both are inborn. Intelligence is not related to work. This is one major thing you have to keep. Aptitude is related to work, job, anything. Intelligence, मैं इंटेलिजेंट हूं इसका मतलब नहीं है कि मैं अच्छा गा पाऊंगा. No, intelligence is just GMA, general mental ability. It doesn't say anything about the work. So aptitude and intelligence are very closely related, but they are different. So in a table form, aptitude is related to specific work. Aptitude for civil service, aptitude for cricket, aptitude for football. Intelligence, have you heard anything like cricket intelligence, volleyball intelligence? These are not related to work. This is GMA, general mental ability. The ability to comprehend the things, the ability to analyze the things, the ability to correlate the things, the ability to be alert. These are related to general mental ability. On the other hand, coming to the second point, aptitude may be physical, mental, and also physical and mental. Civil service aptitude is both physical and mental, because for IPS, for other things, you have got physical criteria also. Hand-eye coordination, physical. Interpersonal skills, mental. Spatial ability, the ability to draw the things. Some will be able to see the mountains, see the faces of a person, and they just can draw. आप ऐसे ड्रा कर सकते हैं. So you try to draw the dog, it looks like cat. ऐसा हो जाता है. लड़का, like if you want to make लड़का, वो लड़की हो जाता है, ऐसा हो जाता है. Why? You don't have spatial ability, right? Then it is future potential aptitude, that is present ability, intelligence. And the next one This is specific, this is broad. इतना ही difference है. The overall, the most important thing which you have to keep in mind is aptitude is related to work, intelligence is just general mental ability. Then ability achievement. There is some little overlapping, but even then to make the points clear to you, this is the one. Aptitude is future potential. Then ability is present potential. And achievement is proved ability. Say for example, Sherpas are well known for climbing mountains. So they have got the aptitude to climb the mountain. With practice, they will get the ability. When the Sherpa climbs the mountain, that is achievement. Right? So just the summing up the things. If you have forgotten all these things and if you have not concentrated, don't worry, just concentrate on these things. So aptitude is inborn potential. Aptitude is future potential. Most important, aptitude plus training gives your ability. I have got a good voice. That doesn't mean that I can sing like Lata Mangeshkar. Training is required. But the thing is, if you have got high aptitude, less training is required. See here, the ability is fixed. Very important. Listen to me. The ability required to do any work is fixed. Here the variation is aptitude. If you have got more aptitude, less training. There is nothing like 0 and 100%. All are having aptitude. Some are having low aptitude, some are having high. All are having eye and hand coordination. Some have very high. So इसलिए आपका CSAT में you have to find out what is your aptitude. After you find out those things, you have to train. If your aptitude is less, you have to put more training. So if my voice is very bad, I have to put more to achieve this one. So can you please repeat the present potential? Okay. So one of your friend has asked this one, right? So here I'll come back to that one itself here. Okay. So here ability comes only with training. Then aptitude may be physical, mental or both, and it is related to work. That is the one. Outstanding aptitude can be considered talent. Talent is not visible there. Talent. Your teachers often say this one. Your child is very talented. So what does that mean? They are not saying that he is reading good, he is getting good marks. They are saying that you have got the aptitude. So what is required? घर में ट्रेनिंग का जरूरत है. Clear? Okay, this is one definition which is most accepted. There is no need for you to by heart. If you by heart, definitely you cannot reproduce. You have to write in your own words, but the concept should be there. Aptitude is natural capacity of an individual to acquire competence or skill through training. Very aptly said. Is the natural capacity, means inborn, of an individual to acquire competence or skill. How far you can acquire a skill or a work, that is here. Aptitude is a component of a competence to do certain kind of work at certain level, right? So with respect to job, so you should be choosing, please choose only those jobs where you have got high aptitude. आपको singing नहीं आता बोले तो no. See, your body movements are not that good. You want to be good dancer, not possible. So Indian Idol में वो दिया ये दिया मैं भी जाता हूँ, not at all possible. If you have, then only go. Say for example now, here you have got some natural advantage over the others. Right? You have to choose only those things. High aptitude plus liking is equal to excellence. So here once again, these people were not having the aptitude for batting. They were able to throw like anything. They have got the aptitude for throwing. Right? So you might have seen even in many cases, bowlers will be asked to field in the बाउंड्री, क्यों? उधर से डायरेक्टली थ्रो मार सकते हैं, बिकॉज ऑलरेडी वो थ्रो करके करके उनका वो एप्टीट्यूड है. So with respect to me also, I was like, after reading aptitude, I came to know that why I failed in batting. Almost I was one of the worst batsmen and good bowler. So ऐसा है बहुत से टाइम में स्ट्राइट बोल्ड. Okay. So aptitude required for civil servant. These are the things like which have been there in CSAT. So just to brush up the things and to give you very concrete idea how to crack CSAT. See, this was the pattern before 2011. So in fact, that is the reason most of the students then cleared. And in fact, I am proud to say that for the last like 10 years, I have cleared all the prelims in all the patterns. इसमें भी clear किया. उसका बाद like you came like this one, where CSAT and general studies were having equal weightage previously, उसमें भी clear किया. इसको then they made like just qualifying, उसमें भी clear किया. So here this is the one. So these are the things civil service aptitude, right? So here you can add one more, physical. So what are the aptitude for civil service? You have to write this one. Why I am stressing more and more, this is not given in any of the books. Then many have failed in CSAT prelims. Why? What is the way out? Now tell me now, what is the way out? Civil service aptitude test. तो इसमें क्या है, आपका aptitude fix है. Your inborn thing to correlate. His mother, sister's younger daughter was his wife. So how are they related? Especially this was very difficult to me because I studied in Navodaya. Means no social relations. वो मामा का बेटी का वो ये blood relation में क्या है, क्या चल रहा है? Because I lacked those things. That is simple. So आपका inborn potential जो है आप identify करना है. After you identify, if you found them to be low, what you should be doing? Aptitude plus training is equal to ability. First of all, find out your aptitude. Low है या high है. Then afterwards, accordingly you have to train. So dear students, first of all, aptitude plus training is equal to ability. Aptitude is fixed. First you should know your aptitude, then you have to apply training. So know your civil service aptitude. How to know civil service aptitude? कैसा? How to know? My math side is weak. What I do to improve? That cannot be improved, inborn. But with training, the only thing, see, don't take me other way, you have to put more training. And here, one more important thing, you have to add your behavior and add your feelings also, not just cognition. So थोड़ा like love develop कीजिए. And bodily also you do all the things, mental calculations, all these things. Use your body, use your feelings, use your cognition to learn. Body has also got the ability to learn. See, I want to tell something. Before I say, my hands are coming. Means they are correlated. So how to know your civil service aptitude? क्या करना है? How to know? Dear students, very important, listen to me. First of all, listen to me. Take previous year question. I repeat, take previous year questions. Don't fix time. This is the blunder you are doing. Take civil service paper and try to solve the question. ऐसे है आपको 100 आवर्स दिए तो भी कुछ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं होता. Am I clear? Right? So first of all, you try to solve a question without time limit. If you can solve that, it means that you have got aptitude. फर्स्ट बाइक चलाना सीखिए, बाद में ये zigzag फास्ट में चलाने का आराम से आता है. राइट? सो फर्स्ट नो हाउ टू नो. First, go and take a civil service question or a question bank and try to solve. After that, you will come to know if your aptitudes know what you should be doing. Aptitude plus training is equal to ability. Then you have to practice. So to begin with, don't take time as a constraint. Even with comprehension, very important. Take half an hour for a single passage, but you should be making the correct one. If that is the thing, you have got aptitude. So, and very important, next one, do not touch the very, very difficult thing. This is the secret of CSAT. Why is this? It's not about time. टाइम तो ऐसे ही 2 मिनट 3 मिनट का कुछ नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. It will make you more anxious. 5 minutes I have put means already you have put 5 minutes, so you don't want to leave. Once again you put more time, you will get the answer, but still you are confused whether this answer is correct or not. So these kind of things will disturb the whole paper. Blood relation, difficult for me, don't touch, don't see them. Seating arrangement, difficult for me, don't touch them. Why? Because I don't have aptitude in that. In directions, I have got aptitude. Left gaya, right gaya, aise gaya, oh, how many kilometers I can tell. So only do that. So very important to crack CSAT, don't touch those areas which are very, very difficult, at least in the beginning. It's not just about that 5 minutes. It will ruin the whole thing. You'll become anxious. You'll become tensed. And the most important thing is you don't have aptitude in that. Already आपने like 1000 बार try किए हैं. उधर क्यों try कर रहे हो? You just need just 1/3 of the marks. Just throw those 10 questions. Answer other questions. 70 answer करो. Is my point clear to you? Even if you want to touch these things, last में करो. पहले मत करो, क्योंकि आप already like proved. Right? So this is the one, this is the high time. Just take previous year CSAT questions, try to solve. If at all, if you are able to solve, then you have got aptitude. You get your aptitude. Based on that, start training. That is the only thing. Right? So these are the concepts and these are the things related to governance. I thought of taking some case studies also, but let me see if I can. So next is with respect to this. Okay. So, and one more question, like I will just make you answer, and I will give this as a homework to you. So let me see how many of you can come up with the answer when I will take up the class. Okay. So UPSC questions in this one, case studies are very, very important. Case studies 70 to 80% are repeated. In fact, previous years was the only case studies where repetition was less. I repeat, till 2023, before that, कितने भी 10 years paper से उसमें 80%, 100% repeat. 100%. And one will be related to current affairs. So previously they asked about Corona. Afterwards they asked about Russia and Ukraine war. So now they may ask about Palestine issue also. So one will be little different. That is the thing. So what you should be doing? How to master case studies? What you should be doing? Dear students, one thing which like I strongly say no is solving any case study other than UPSC case study before you master these things. I have found many people who take a para of something which is given in the newspaper and they form that as case study. No. UPSC case studies, in fact, you will be shocked to know, in many cases, these questions are not even like set by people who are in India. In many cases, people outside India also setting the questions. These things are done in a very, very systematic way. एक क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी का लाइक क्या है, वैल्यू दिखाता है. यूपीएससी ऐसे छोटा मोटा लाइक क्वेश्चंस को नहीं दे सकता. एक क्वेश्चन दिए तो उसमें एक एनालिसिस रहता है, कॉन्सेप्ट रहता है. वो क्वेश्चन में आपका एटीट्यूड गेट करना है, आपका लाइक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग जज करना है, ये सब रहता है. सो यू आर वॉकिंग, सडनली यू फाउंड समथिंग, सम पर्सन डेड, सो व्हाट यू शुड बी डूइंग, ऐसा कुछ नहीं आता. सो व्हाट यू शुड बी डूइंग, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, आई स्ट्रेस अपॉन दिस थिंग्स. 2013 में यूपीएससी एथिक्स पेपर आया, उसके लिए मॉडल क्वेश्चंस दिए थे. आई रिपीट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, द सीक्रेट. 2012 में 6 क्वेश्चंस यूपीएससी गेव. Most of the questions are based on that one. 3 from case study, 3 from this. So you should master. Believe me, the 3 case studies what they have given in 2012, minimum 20 questions have repeated. So here don't go by year wise, you will be confused, you have to go by topic wise. So I repeat, there are 69 case studies. Every year you are getting 6 case studies, and in 11 years 66 case studies. If you just analyze, all these things are related to one or the other. I don't want to dwell upon these things. इसको मास्टर करो. मार्केट में जो भी है वो बाद में देखो. You can compare. Lakshmikant sir used to sell always one important thing. They are just non-UPSC questions. There is no other explanation required. They are just non-UPSC questions. That's it. Whatever may be, वो हार्वर्ड से हो, ऑक्सफोर्ड से हो, किधर से भी हो, दे कैन नॉट एट एनी पॉइंट कंपेरेबल टू यूपीएससी क्वेश्चंस. सो यू शुड बी मास्टरिंग दिस थिंग्स. इसमें मैं एक क्वेश्चन आपको दिखाऊंगा, सो प्लीज डू रीड दिस. ए वेरी सिंपल वन, इट हैज बीन आस्क्ड मेनी टाइम्स. I'll wind up in 5-10 minutes. Okay. So क्या करते हैं, देखिए एक ट्रैप देखिए. यू आर ग्रोन विथ एक्स मीन्स बचपन से हो, हु हैज बीन योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड, नॉट छोटा मोटा, बेस्ट फ्रेंड सिंस योर चाइल्डहुड. सो सिंस बर्थ का बाद सिंस चाइल्डहुड आता है. You have shared your joy, sorrows, you have been doing everything with him. Each are others confident. Means you believe, trust, dependent on that person. Both of you are in your final year exam, not any other exam. Final year exam. Writing your final year graduation and also final exam. ऐसा नहीं है कि फर्स्ट ईयर है, थोड़ा हुआ तो सेकेंड ईयर में कर सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. फाइनल ईयर में फाइनल एग्जाम है. इन द एग्जाम यू नोटिस दैट योर फ्रेंड इज कॉपिंग एंड चीटिंग ए लॉट. व्हाट वुड यू डू एंड व्हाई? से ये मैं नहीं दिया. टेल योर फ्रेंड अबाउट द कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. इन एग्जामिनेशन हॉल क्या करेगा? सी थिंक, दैट इज वन ऑफ द मिस्टेक यू आर डूइंग. हियर वन ऑफ द थिंग आई एम गिविंग यू द क्लू. You are thinking that your friend is the only one who is in the final exam. No, you are also sitting behind him. आपका भी फाइनल एग्जाम है. क्या करते हैं बचपन से, लाइक सब आपके लिए he has done all the things. So what you will do? So don't say that I'm also getting some questions difficult, I'll ask the cheats from him. Will inform the examiner how appropriate it will be. Not only he, you also should not be get disturbed. आपके एक अच्छे दोस्त के बारे में ऐसा बोल दिया, आप एग्जाम लिख सकते हैं क्या? फर्स्ट आई विल टॉक टू हर एंड टेल हर नॉट टू चीट. एग्जामिनेशन में वो सिचुएशन हो रहा है, इट इज नॉट योर फैमिली मैटर. लाइक बाद में सो सी दिस इज द वन वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसमें आपका वो सब निकालिए. यू हैव टू शो, ऐसा आंसर लिखना है कि देखे तो यूपीएससी एवेल्युएटर, अरे ये बंदा इतना दिन किधर था, आओ सिविल सर्विस में, ऐसा खींच के आपको रखना है, ऐसा आंसर लिखिए. See, you have, this is the one question given by UPSC itself. क्या करेंगे? That is the most important thing. So having said these things, like we are getting late, we still have one more class. So dear students, the same question, A and X, same repeat हुआ next year, as it is. As it is in 2013 has been repeated. So having said this, thank you one and all, and a very, very happy new year to one and all. I wish you all come up with flying colors, and I want you to be gazetted officers who use green pen. That is the reason I have wished in green color. So enjoy your preparation. मज़ा आ जाना है. मज़ा नहीं आए तो कुछ मत करो. It will be simply waste of time. Right? Okay, having said that, we'll wind up the session. Hope you have enjoyed the session. अभी शुरुआत है, still a long way to go. If you just attend these classes, you will have a mastery over nearly 1,000 marks. Having said that, I'll conclude the session. Have a great day. Have a great new year. Enjoy your preparation. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Yes.